Hello again everybody, Genghis here of course, and today I have a battle in a T57 Heavy for you. Now this tank is been nerfed recently, but I got it after the nerf, so that doesn't really matter for me I guess. But the main advantage, or the main profile of this tank, to speak that way, hasn't really been changed. Now what do I mean with that? The tank is characterized by a 4-shot autoloader with an average damage of 400 and, well, average gen heavy penetration. Now, the nice thing about this autoloader is that it reloads in around 23 seconds, depending on your setup and your crew, of course. And between the shells, like inside the clip, it's only 2 seconds. So that makes the tank, well, it has very high DPM, and it just makes it an excellent damage dealer. This was my 9th battle in this tank. As I said, I only got it very recently. And well, what to say? Matchmaking is rather good, at least where the tiers are concerned. However, the enemy team is quite a lot better than ours. Sadly, the win chance is, well, my XVM is bugged at the moment, I have to update it, but it doesn't show the win chance nor the tank names here, which is kind of sad, but it doesn't really matter. There is one arty, we are in Erlenberg, and I'm going to go to the G1 location here, because, well, the gun depression of this tank is more than okay. The turret armor is at least trollish. Basically, the top, this area here, all of this, has either very high angles or this weird mantlet thingy, while the bottom here, the cheeks are rather weak. But if you just explode the top of your turret and shoot, you're rather... well, you can bounce most shots, or half reliably bounce shots. Now I get spotted here, I don't really know what it is, but I get into cover straight away. I'm a bit scared of arty here, this is a rather open arty location. But so is most of the map, so not much to say. I've got quite some tanks here with me on this flank, including the Object 140 and a lot of curate heavies. But I'm just gonna stay here for the moment and see if I can snipe something. I decided that with this kind of matchmaking, but me having to carry, my best chance is just to conserve my HP and do as much damage as I can, and then clean up in the end game if possible. Now, sadly that T-34 there doesn't want to go back as far as I want him to, so I am unable to shoot him, sadly. And we've got like 3-4 tanks have already lost a lot of HP for basically no reason. Now, Tiger 2, 1, 2, 3, he gets unspotted, 4, dead. That's the power of this tank, like curate, heavies and mediums and TDs or whatever. Normally you can reliably clip them, except for the KB5 and KB4 I guess, and it's just devastating. Like in 6 seconds I can eliminate a curate from the game, as long as it don't bounce. But bouncing on curates, well, if they're not hold down or something, yeah. That's a Ballig over there, it's actually their best, or one of their best players, so I want to get some damage into him, but he's rather hard to hit, being basically just showing his turret, or top of the turret there, so I only managed to get one shot into him. And oh, there's a Luva. Sadly I only have one shot left, but I managed to penetrate him, and I go and reload for the second time. Now as you see, I don't have Brothers Arms, and I don't use a cola either. My reload is 23.5 seconds basically. With a full setup I think you can get it down to 22. So that's just glorious. I see the T-34 push up there. Sadly, he falls back. Well, I managed to get one shot into him, but then he falls back, which is kind of unfortunate, as he is one of the most dangerous curates for me, because he has a very high penetration gun, and if he goes hold down, aka only shows me his turret, it's actually not at all easy for me to penetrate him. Trying to go for the Baltic there, but then I just decide that the Luva is also fine. I get spotted, and I just... well, I'm waiting for a shot on the T-34, but I don't get it. He's hiding rather well. So I go up, try and shoot the Luva, he gets unspotted. I'll try and get the T-34, but he doesn't go out far enough again. Now I just decide, okay, wait. All my support just died, I'm basically alone here. And I'm gonna get zerged rushed by like 4 curates in a second, and that's not what you want to happen in this tank. You want to fight your enemies one by one and have time to reload. So what I decided to do is fall back. I still have a Tiger 2 in this area. And I'm going to use this small ridgeline here, or the small hill, whatever you want to call it, to basically hide myself while reloading, and use it to go more or less hold down whenever I'm loaded. Now my priority target here is the T57 heavy of the enemy team because, well, it's the enemy tier 10. Managed to penetrate him twice, but then I hit the mantlet and he hides, so I just put one into the lure before reloading. As you saw, my turret cheeks there hold up pretty well. As I said, like if you hit the very angled parts of the turret, it's really hard to penetrate. Like if you're shooting the turret, you really want to hit here and here, and if you get lucky you can also penetrate these areas here, especially if they're kind of angled sideways. But anyway, back to the battles. There's a Jagdtiger pushing there, and ow, he's dangerous. Like even if I'm still full life, he takes out big chunks of my health. Luckily the T34 who was also popping out bounces, but I'm waiting for this Jagdtiger. I really want to take him out if I can, or at least do as much damage as possible. T34 is not really peeking out far enough, so yeah. And sadly there's also a bush there which kind of hides him, which is really unfortunate. The Jagdtiger decides to push. Our Object 140 manages to put one shot into his side, and I decide it's time for him to get wrecked. Sadly my first one bounces, I guess hitting the superstructure, and I managed to get the next two shots into him, and I shoot the fourth one clutch at the T34, but it misses. So yeah, either the Jagdtiger low rolled there, or he has a stock gun, because he only did 479 damage. So there is a rather high possibility he's got the stock gun, which is also the gun of the 39 and Jagdpanzer II. T34 misses me again. There's also a T34-2 there, who sadly goes back just before I reload, and the T34 gets unspotted. He's side-skipping here. I could maybe penetrate him, or penetrate like half my shots, but as I'm a note loader I don't want to waste my shots either. As for example, I need them right now for the Jagdtiger. Now, sadly, he gets one into me just before I reload, and he destroys my turret. This tank is rather prone to module damage, mainly turret destroyed, or just damaged, ammo racks, and driver dying, as well as some other crew members dying, basically. So that's kind of another weakness of the tank. I decided to not use my repair kit. I was reloading anyway. And the T34 there on the enemy team does a good move of going behind that rock, but I managed to get a shot into his turret side, and wow, the lure destroys my turret again. This time I decided to repair it, as I still have 2 shots left, of which one I managed to penetrate into the lure. Now I've actually run out of AP ammunition, and it's not like I don't carry a lot of it. I've already fired 27 shots this game, doing a total of 6,628 damage, plus a couple blind shots. And now I'm forced to load heat, which isn't too bad either, because if I'm fighting the enemy T57, I really can't afford a bounce, as we are basically on very similar HP. Now I want to say a really good job to our Tiger 2 here, who has managed to hold back the enemy the entire time by side-scrapping and so on, allowing me, who was staying more in the back and using the cover of the ridgeline to reload, to pump out the damage while he was basically defending. And so yeah, really good job to him. Worked out really well. And yeah, now the 140 managed to take out the Löwe before dying, so now I feel confident about going at this T57. Just pumping 2 shots into him and surprising him. He didn't even have time to react. Like, yeah, it's really the power of this tank. You can shoot 4 shots in 6 seconds, or 2 shots in 2 seconds, and wow. Most of the time, even if enemies have like a 5-second reload, if you get the jump on them, they're only going to be able to shoot you once before, well, you're back into cover. So that's always nice. Now there's only the enemy RT and the Tiger 2 left, so we've basically won this game by now. I got kind of lucky, I would say, because the RT didn't shoot me all game. Now the Batchet RT has a really low gun arc, so it is possible that the castle there kept me already safe. I'm not too sure about that though. But honestly, if the RT would have relocated or just shot me if it could, I would have probably lost the game. But yeah, I managed to take out that Tiger 2 with another 3 beautiful shots, doing 1,200 damage to him if I'm not wrong, in very short succession. The RT manages to splash me there, I decided to not reload because, well, I want the damage, basically. And I'm getting impatient by now. So I'm just gonna go hunt that RT down. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but yeah, this was my 9th game in the tank. By now I'm at around 50 games. I only got this tank 3 days ago. So not even 72 hours ago. And I'm really liking it. Now the batched RT decided to prove me that RT prevents camping. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the replay and let's have a look at the post-game stats. As you see, I only got a first class medal for that battle. I have gotten the mastery since, but wow, it wasn't easy. I also got a high caliber, which is not really surprising if we have a look at the team score. I ended up doing total of 8,174 damage. And that's really the strength of this tank, just pumping out the damage over and over and over. It doesn't matter if you're against, I mean, of course it's easier to do damage to tier 8s than to tier 10s, but even against tier 10s, you can eat a shot from an IS-7 and pump out 4 in return if you play well, or from an IS-4, or from an E5, or from even a medium. And it's just, as long as you manage to do that and reload safely, you're going to be really well off. You just have to be careful that you don't fight enemies who outnumber you. I managed to block 1,770 damage with my armor, which just shows you how trollsy turret armor is against everything which is not like tier 10 TDs. Of course, tier 10s in general would have an easier time penetrating a turret than tier 8s, but in general the turret armor is very surprisingly for me quite good. The whole armor is really bad though. I mean, you're gonna get a couple lucky bounces here and there, but really don't count on it. If you have a look at this, I fired 32 shots, of which 27 hit, which does show the accuracy and aim time nerf, but of those 25 penetrated, which is of course also due to the enemies I was fighting, which were not tier 10s most of the time. I traveled nearly 2.5 kilometers, but more interestingly, I earned nearly 100,000 credits for that game, brutto. Now, as I was forced to shoot a lot of heat in the end, I have paid 50,000 for ammunition, as well as 27,000 to repair the vehicle, leaving me with only 17,500 in the end. But with my double and some action payout, whatever that was, mission or stronghold bonus, I have no idea. I got, that's actually without a double, but with premium count, I got 2,440 XP. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, follow my channel, follow my Twitch channel, leave me a like, comment if you liked it or not, and please share this video with your friends so you can help this channel grow. Also, one last thing, big up to Techno and Technowolf Lakeofile for giving me a new avatar and banner. If you want to check that out, just go on my channel, and the avatar you should probably see by now. I hope you liked it. I really enjoy those new pictures, and it's just makes the channel look so much better. Tell me what you think about them in the comments, if you like them, if you find them something bad, I don't know. Just tell me. And yeah, see you next time. Gang is here. Bye bye.